Hey, Impact students! Can you guys tell who this is? I know that there is nothing on the screen. If you're confused, just listen to my voice. Do you recognize it? All right, on the count of 3, shout out who you think I am. 1, 2, 3! Yes, you got it. It is Pastor Jake. For those of you that know me, you probably knew right away that it was me. You recognize my voice because, well, you've heard me talk in these last videos. Today, Jesus talks about being a good shepherd and recognizing his voice. But before we do that, let's go over last week's message. Last week, we talked about what it means to ask, seek, and knock. Jesus tells us that God is a good father and loves giving us what we need. All we have to do is ask and it will be given, seek and we will find, knock and the door will be opened. Because of what Jesus did on the cross, we now have complete access to God any time of the day. He never gets annoyed when we ask him things because he loves us so much. Jesus began teaching people in a parable. Remember, a parable was a story that conveyed a deeper meaning. So we're going to pick it up in John chapter 10. So Jesus said to them again, "Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy, but I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep." Jesus talks about being a shepherd. Do you know why? Because shepherds are always leading their sheep. And just like sheep, we need to be led by Jesus. Jesus was saying in the story how thieves and robbers would call the sheep, but the sheep did not hear them. Did you know that the devil is trying to put thoughts and ideas into your head? He wants you to follow his voice. But Jesus tells us that we have the strength through the Holy Spirit to resist the devil. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus came to give us life and life abundantly. Wow, how cool is that? I wonder what would happen if I called for sheep. Let's try it. Sheep, oh little lamb. I'm here. Bro, you're a bird. Sheeps aren't red. Okay. Let's try that again. I must not have been that clear. Sheep, oh little lammy sheep. Bro, ribbit? That's a frog. Okay. We're gonna try this one more time. 3 times a charm, right? Okay. Jakey had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. That's right. Good job. That's all I needed you for. Anyways, here is a cool fact about shepherds. It is said that back in the day, they would have a specific song that they could sing. As they sang, the sheep from all over the field and pasture would come to their shepherd. Even if there were several shepherds with several flocks of sheep, when they would begin to sing, the sheep would go to their specific shepherd. Why? Because the sheep know their shepherd's voice. In John chapter 10, verse 27, Jesus says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." This means that we can know the voice of Jesus. How do we do this? Because we have the Holy Spirit. But we need to know how to recognize his voice. And we do this by reading the Bible, talking with our parents and guardians, praying, and being led by the Holy Spirit on a daily basis. Now, I have 2 amazing kids. And when we are at a playground or anywhere public, I can tell the difference between their voices and the other kids' voices. I can also tell the difference between they're crying and someone else is crying. I can call their name even with all of the noise and playing going on, and they know that it is me calling them. Why? Because we have a relationship. You see, Jesus is the good shepherd. He's the only shepherd that we follow. The devil, who is the thief in the parable, is always trying to get us to follow his voice. But we know the voice of Jesus. We can follow him even if the enemy tries to get us to not to. We have the power and the strength to follow all that God has for us because we have the Holy Spirit. Did you know that a shepherd takes care of everything for his sheep? He knows each one by name. He feeds them, he leads them, he brings them to good places to drink and to rest. And so here's what I want to do to end this message. I want to read a very popular psalm, but I want you to just take a moment and really listen to the words as I read them. Okay. Are you ready? It says this in Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You've anointed my head with oil. My cup, it overflows. And surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Wow, what an amazing psalm of peace and promise. Impact students, I want you to never forget that Jesus is the Good Shepherd. He loves you and he knows you. We can hear and recognize his voice because he is always speaking to us. I am so excited to start meeting again very soon. We are so close. But until then, I look forward to seeing you here online next week. Have a great day.